Hello everyone. It's time for a little lesson with Mrs. Court. I thought that this would be a great way for us to practice some things that we've learned this year together. While you're at home, you might watch this. Over the summer, you could watch this. So we're gonna do some learning together, short little lessons that will probably be very familiar to you because we've already practiced them in the classroom. So today's little lesson is all about sentences. We have practiced a sentence song, and I think that you could help me sing along. So the song is all about what a sentence must have. A sentence must have a capital letter at the beginning. It needs to have finger spaces, and it must end with punctuation. So here's how our song goes. Are you ready to sing with me? If you don't know it yet, watch first. We'll do it twice. Okay, ready? Sometimes we've done this standing up, and it's a lot of fun sitting down, standing up, however. Okay, ready? Does it have a capital? Does it have a space? Did you put punctuation in its place? How do we do? Okay, now that you've seen it once, let's do it together for the second time. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Does it have a capital? Does it have a space? Did you put punctuation in its place? So we actually sing the things a sentence must have in the order we should see them in the sentence, meaning a sentence begins with a capital letter, you fill in your words with finger spaces in between them, and then you end it with punctuation. So I thought we could practice spelling a few sentences or writing a few sentences together. So if you would like to write with me, you'll need a writing utensil and something to write on. I'm using this dry erase board and an Expo marker. If you're at home and have that, great, let's do it together. If you don't have these things, you could use regular paper, you might have a journal, a notepad. If you don't have any of those things, you can just help me spell, and we're going to sound out some words using ear spelling. We might pinch out some sounds as we spell. So you can stay right here and help me while we write some sentences together. Wow, that was a sticky cap. Okay, so the first sentence that we're going to write is going to say, I see the dog. That sentence has a ton of first grade must-know words that are hanging up on our word wall in our classroom. So if there's words you get to as we write that maybe you don't know yet, we're going to use ear spelling and say the word that's tricking us over and over again until we get all the sounds from our mouth onto our paper or whiteboard. So I'm going to be writing in the air. Oh, sorry, I just bumped into you. I'm going to be, again, I bump into you. Okay. Number 3, take number 3. I'm going to be writing in the air here, so it might not be beautiful like it is in a book, but yours should be. We always say we want it to look like it does in a book. So try your best. I'm going to try my best while I hold it up in the air. Floating paper can be challenging. So the sentence I just said was, I see the dog. When we make a capital I for the first word in our sentence, you can see that my capital I is touching the top line and the bottom line. Ooh, I doodled on it. Sorry. So it's touching the black line at the top and the red line at the bottom. This means we have a capital letter. Before I write on, I want to review that a capital letter touches this top line and the bottom line. So if you're writing a letter M for my, do you see how it touches the top and the bottom? If you're writing a capital O, it touches the top and the bottom. P, top, bottom. R, top, bottom. Okay, back to where we were. I, C. Now there's a letter C, but there's a word C. It starts with this S sound. So I can't put my finger space down, but you should have a pencil in one hand, or a marker if you're having fun with it, and your other hand is your helper hand. Finger space. I, finger space, C. This is the word see. I see, finger space, the. I stick my tongue out at the beginning of that word. T, H. That's our rude team. E. I see the. Okay, thumbs up, thumbs down. How are you doing on your paper? Or how am I doing if you're helping me because you don't have paper? Thank you. I'm working so hard. Okay, the last word is dog. That's not a word wall word, but I could pinch out the sounds in that word. Let's try. Ready? D, A, G. One more time. D, A, G. What letter says D? D. D's can be tricky. I have a song about D. Ready? Watch. A, B, C, add your stick for D. Because if you go like this, it's a B, and you did not see the bog. You saw the D, A, G. I see the dog. Does it have a capital? Does it have a space? Did you put punctuation in its place? I forgot. Here's my period. You can tell this is a period because it's round and it's sitting at the bottom of my line, and it's not humongous and it's not tiny. And this was something that we had to practice because in first grade, we were getting a little silly with it, and some of us were making our periods look like this. Huh? Is this the type of period you see when you read books? No. And then sometimes, I'm gonna use my eraser here, instead of having a gigantic period, I would see some periods that look like this. And I can't tell, is that a period? Is that just a dot? Is that a doodle? What's happening with that? So we have a song about appropriately sized, formed periods. It goes like this. It shouldn't be a meatball, it shouldn't be a sprinkle. It should be the size of something in the middle. Perfectly sized. All right, I see the dog. Sentence number 2. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready for sentence number 2. I figured. All right, instead of writing I see the dog, we're going to write my dog is big. So we're going to start with our my sight word. That's a first grade must know. And it's a capital M. Do you know what letter comes after the M in the word my? It's a spy Y letter. It sounds like I, but it's actually Y. My. Dog. My dog is big. Didn't I already write dog once? So that means I could use that to help me if I'm tricked. All right, let's see. A, B, C, add your stick for D. My dog. My dog. What was the next part? Is. That's a sight word we should know. Is. I-S. Okay, I'm gonna hide my board and we're going to pinch out the sounds for the word big. Let's say that. Ready? B, I, G. Let's do it one more time. B, I, G. Okay, you ready to write? I'm gonna write on my board. Here I go. Make sure it's a B, not a D, because you're not writing my dog is dig. No, no, no. We are writing my dog is big. All right, ready? I'm gonna show you. 3, 2, 1, switch. How'd we do? Do you have a period? Did you sing the song? It shouldn't be a meatball, it shouldn't be a sprinkle. It should be the size of something in the middle. All right, so now I have 2 sentences. I see the dog. My dog is big. I'm gonna write down one more sentence and it's gonna be about this dog. Are you ready? Okay, let me just get some brain fuel. Coffee and pickle juice. It's my favorite. The last one we're going to write is going to say, the dog can run fast. Can you handle it? Okay, so we're going to start with the word the. Let's do it at the same time. Ready? Let's write. I'm writing. You write on yours. Okay, on the count of 3, show me your board. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Does your the look like my the? Kiss your brain. Amazing. The dog. Wait a second. I wrote it once. I wrote it twice. I should know how to do it by now, right? and I don't want it to say bog. So my letter D song is A, B, C. Add your stick for D. The dog can. Should we pinch it out? Let's pinch it out. K, a, n. One more time. K, a, n. Letter C says k. C. A is an A. And the last sound, n. Can. The dog can run. 3 sounds in that word. Let's sound it out. Ready? R, n. One more time. R, n. What's that first sound? What letter says R? R. What letter says U. And then our last sound is the same as in the word can. Run. N. The dog can run. How can he run? Fast. So I'm going to sound out that word. That's not a first grade must know. So I'm going to use ear spelling and say that word over and over again until all the sounds coming out of my mouth land on my paper. Let's sound out the word fast. What letter says f? F. Then I hear f, a. A. Fast. We know that is a letter S. And then I hear fast. T, t, t. What letter says T? A T. And now let's check. Does it have a capital? Does it have a space? Did we put punctuation in its place? So we're going to add a period. It shouldn't be a meatball. It shouldn't be a sprinkle. It should be the size of something in the middle. All right, so now I have 3 sentences all about a dog that I don't have. That's all right. A girl can dream, right? Let's reread our sentences together. Ready to read? Ready to read. I see the dog. My dog is big. The dog can run fast. And if I really wanted to, I could make this an exclamation point because we know that's used for strong feelings or when you are excited, and seeing a dog run really fast might give you an excited feeling. The dog can run fast. Woo! Thank you for joining me for a little lesson with Mrs. Court. See you next time.